really wondering how the Adams equity theory could solve Manitoba Liquor and Lottery's problems. I wish there could be someone who could explain it for me. Come with me.
Hi there, thanks for tuning in to our presentation today. We are going to be teaching you how to reduce counterproductive work measures at Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries Hi, thanks for tuning in to our presentation today. We are going to be presenting on how to reduce counterproductive work behaviors at Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries through Adams' equity theory model. I hope you enjoy.
Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries is a provincial crown corporation responsible for selling and distributing liquor, providing gaming and entertainment services, and overseeing the direct distribution of non-medical cannabis from Canadian producers to retailers in Manitoba. The organization is one of the largest single buyers of beverage alcohol in the world, importing products from over 50 countries into the province. It operates 63 Liquor Mart and Liquor Mart Express stores and supplies over 1,700 commercial customers, including privately owned vendors, duty-free stores, and wine retailers. Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries also oversees Club Regent Casino, McPhillips Station Casino, PlayNow.com, and the Manitoba's VLT network, which supports the province's hotel and restaurant industry. Additionally, through their network of privately owned lottery ticket retailers, they distribute Western Canada Lottery Corporation products.
Operations in Manitoba Liquor and Lottery are driven largely by frontline retail and customer service workers, and their effectiveness directly affects each customer's experience and overall company performance, with employee reliability, motivation, and behaviors all at the core.
Counterproductive work behaviors.
They are voluntary actions that can hurt an organization. Examples include absenteeism, reduced service quality, withdrawal behaviors, low effort, stealing, and labor disruptions such as strikes. The best example of this has to be the worker strikes in 2023 that resulted in approximately $10 million in financial losses. The strike was not an isolated incident, but a symptom of deeper organizational issues, particularly employees' perception of unfair wages and working conditions. The unionized workers explained that the annual wage increase of 2% did not account for the rise in inflation and the increased cost of living in Manitoba. This falls under Adams' equity theory, which articulates the ways in which employees compare their inputs such as time, skill, effort, and experience against their outcomes such as wages, benefits, and recognition. Individuals develop a sense of inequity when they perceive that their outcomes are not equal to their inputs, especially in comparison with co-workers and external labor markets, leading them to frustration, lower motivation, and withdrawal behaviors. Additionally, the decision to hire replacement workers in an attempt to maintain operations during the strike created a breach of trust between employees and management, causing them to feel like concerns were being disregarded. This exacerbated tensions and deepened perceptions of unfairness and counterproductive work behaviors.
What is Adams' equity theory?
The equity model is based on the idea that individuals in the workplace are motivated by fairness. If there's a violation of this model, it could lead to issues such as the aforementioned strike and absenteeism. The equity theory was first developed by behavioral psychologist John Stacey Adam sometime in the 1960s. He asserted that employees seek to maintain equity between the inputs and output they bring to their job and outcomes or rewards that they gain from it compared to the reward of others. According to this model, individuals tend to create a system in their mind where resources can be divided among members to maximize individual rewards. This belief of fairness tends to lead to people being motivated to maintain fairness in the workplace. So when there is perceived unfairness, it leads to employees altering their behaviors to compensate. A way this is demonstrated through employees is reducing their inputs to compensate for this injustice. This could include putting less effort in their work or just not showing up. Examples of such unfairness in the workplace include other employees getting better shifts, more desirable tasks, or inconsistent recognition of work. Equity model could be applied to reduce this injustice through more transparent scheduling, systems, clear performance matrices, or better communication on how decisions are made. This helps reduce any perceived injustice.
Equity theory has many benefits. It can be used to highlight the causes of perceived unfairness, encourage consistent decisions for various tasks, and to strengthen employee commitment through transparency in decisions and actions. On the other hand, there are some limitations. Unfairness is, well, it's more of a subjective term, and different people are more likely to have different opinions on what's fair and what's not. It is also difficult to address inequality at the most basic levels of bigger businesses. Lastly, equity theory does not cover all of the possible reasons of counterproductive work behavior, as things such as burnout or personal issues could also be underlying causes. Nevertheless, equity theory is very important in solving counterproductive work behaviors because typically, when employees feel that they are being treated fairly, they are less likely to be unhappy and in turn less likely to engage in behavior that could damage the company and its processes.
I know you were wondering how Adams' equity theory can help explain and solve the long-standing issues at Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries. Oh? I'll tell you anyways. Firstly, we have make scheduling and work more transparent. How can we do that? By clearly explaining shift roles and duties. This way, the company can reduce feelings of... Well, I'll tell you anyways. Firstly, we have make scheduling and workload more transparent. You're probably wondering, how could we do this? By clearly explaining how shift and duties are assigned. The company can reduce the feeling that someone feels favored in the workplace, and then when everyone understands, the trust and fairness naturally improves. Secondly, we have use consistent performance metrics. You're like, wait, how can we do that? I'll explain to you. Setting clear standards for evaluation, promotions, and rewards. Who doesn't like a reward? I do. Okay. It helps employees to see direct connections between their efforts and their outcomes. Because if you're working hard and then you're getting less pay, come on now, let's quit the job. Okay. Thirdly, we have improved communication around pay and policy decisions. And this can be done by, even when employees don't love a decision that's been made, knowing why it was made makes it feel fair. And then regular updates like feedback, open forums, and having their own say in decisions makes them feel not to be left in the dark. Lastly, we have number 4, which is recognize employees in ways that match your contribution. And then this can be so simple as acknowledging their contributions to the company, providing equal training, and giving them a clear feedback whenever they need. And then these gestures can go a really long way by helping them to grow a healthy balance between their inputs and outputs.
For the final part of our analysis, we look at how Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries can actually improve its workplace by applying equity theory in a practical way. Instead of just understanding the problems, we focus on what changes could realistically help reduce absenteeism, frustration, and future strikes. The first change we recommend is making scheduling and workload decisions more transparent. Right now, a lot of employees feel that some people get the better shifts or easier duties, and they don't really understand why. That uncertainty creates frustrations. So if Manitoba Liquor and Lottery clearly explained how shifts, overtime, and tasks are assigned and stuck to those criteria, employees would feel that things are being handled more fairly. It's a simple shift, but it goes a long way in reducing the perception of inequality. We also think Manitoba Liquor and Lottery needs clearer performance evaluation systems. Employees want to understand how their effort connects to rewards like promotion, recognition, or pay adjustments. That's the whole point of the equity theory. Employees compare their inputs, the effort, time, and skills they bring, to the outcomes they receive. If Manitoba Liquor and Lottery sets clear performance standards and shared them openly, people would know exactly what counts and what they're being evaluated on. This helps create a more consistent and fair environment. Another important improvement is better communication, especially around things like pay decisions and policy changes. A lot of the conflict in the past came from employees feeling out of loop. Even if management can't give everyone what they want, sharing the reasoning behind decisions can reduce tension. Simple things like regular updates, open Q&A sessions, or having manager explain decisions face to face can make employees feel respected and included. We also believe Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries could strengthen recognition and development opportunities. This doesn't mean huge promotions or expensive programs. It can be as simple as acknowledging good work more consistently, offering equal chances for training, or showing employees what possible career paths could look like. When people feel valued, they're far less likely to withdraw, call in sick, or lose motivation. Altogether, these changes help create a workplace where employees understand how things work and feel they're being treated fairly. And the key point is that none of this requires major restructuring. It's mostly about being consistent, clear, and transparent. These changes fit directly with the equity theory because they reduce the gap between employees put in and what they feel they get back. In the long run, these improvements can rebuild trust between employees and management when workers feel things are fair and predictable. They're more likely to show up, put effort into their work, and stay committed to the organization. We believe this approach would help Manitoba Liquor and Lottery reduce absenteeism, avoid future strike, and create a more positive and stable workplace overall.
And that's a wrap.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.